everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Sistas. This is season 2, episode 3, and it was titled "It's All About Pacing." All right, before we get into the episode, let's clean up some stuff that happened last week, okay? Because I didn't realize this until I got off of finished recording and stuff like that. But y'all, tell me how Karen got her phone. Because didn't Zach have it because the cop was like, you can go in there and get your phone, or she handed him the phone or whatever like that. And Karen had already pulled away and was at Bree's house. So how did Karen get her phone so Gary could call her? If Tyler, see, this is what happened when you film. You film 22 episodes in 2 weeks. See, he got to do better, because I was like, wait a minute. How she get her phone? Because when it ended and Zach and Aaron was at the door, I was like, wait a minute. That's the first time he went over there and saw her after the hospital in the scene that she dropped him off at the apartment. So how the hell she get her phone? Y'all let me know. Okay, Magic, it went through he put it on a pigeon or something, and the pigeon flew over there and gave it to her. Y'all let me know how that happened. But anyway, we're going to get into this episode. Speaking of Zach was annoying as hell on this episode, and I don't know if what they trying to do with his character, but he's just extra annoying. And I don't like, he was annoying before, but now he like extra annoying, and we're gonna get into it. So it opens up where it picks off with Danny opening up the door and Zach and Aaron standing on the other side. Of course, Danny goes sit back down, and everybody telling her like, girl, be quiet. Wasn't you finna leave and stuff? And then she like, I ain't finna leave. And then, she being extra. Oh, well, who is you? Like, what's your name? Like, what's going on? How you doing and stuff? My name is Danny, and this is so-and-so. And like, how you finna? They like, shh, be quiet. This is not the time. Don't do it. Whatever. So Zach, here he go being extra and stuff. He all loud and stuff. Somehow we need to talk and whatnot. And Karen like, whoa, calm down, because he was loud. And she like, we just had like a good conversation and stuff. He was like, I know we just had a good conversation. I was at your house cleaning up the blood, my blood. I said, how many times we got to find out it was your blood? Okay. But he had to tell her again that it was his blood he was cleaning up off the floor. And she like, why was you even doing that? I told you couldn't do it. But I'm saying, he walked up in the door, and then I was like, why am I doing this? Obviously, she don't want me. So why am I even doing all this? Here go your stuff. You have fun. Deuces out. So he leave. He like, Danny, come on. So Danny like, where we going? What you talking about? Let's go. Oh, you coming to the house to get your stuff? Oh, okay. He like, no, Danny, come on. This is not the time. Like, old dude, I was cleaning up the blood at her place, and he the one who caused all this nonsense. Now she want to be with the dude that caused me to be stabbed. So look, you want me to end up on the first 48? She like, Karen, I'm gonna call you because he gonna be coming back to your place because So them two leave out. Bree and Andy, who got some sense, they introduce themselves to Aaron and stuff, and Aaron want to talk to Karen. So Bree like, go ahead, use my room and whatnot. They both looking at him like, he is fine, girl. So then they go into the room. Karen and what's the boy name? Aaron. They go into the room. They talking. So he talking to her, and he basically saying, let me see, because I watched it a long time ago, y'all. So, he basically trying to see if she, if he can help her out, like what's going on, how she feeling and stuff like that. He like, well, you want me to bring the cleaning service over there? She like, I got it. I said, girl, if you don't get him to pay for that damn cleaning service so he can clean up that blood and stuff. And so he basically telling her like, look, you don't have to worry about that family no more, because I done got them off your back. I done gave them the money, all the money. I guess the wife had insurance or something. I don't know. But he done gave them all the money, gave them the kids, gave them the house, gave them the cars. He said, look, he done with them people. All they was after was money. So he gave it all to them so they out his hair or whatever. So she like, I don't know. This is a lot. Of course, Aaron like, look, I'm trying to get to know you. Let's, talk. So she was like, because you bring a lot of drama. I just met you, and it's a whole bunch of drama. And I'm like, girl, but you met him at the grocery store, and you got his car. Did you think he was sane? But whatever. Anyway, he like, he ready to smoke and drink. Oh no, I think he asked her, was there like any spark between them and stuff, and does she feel attracted to him? Do she feel any chemistry and stuff? And then he was like, tell me you feel attracted. She was like, I don't he was like, oh, so you're not attracted to me. Oh, okay, all right, whatever. So he was backing up. She was like, no, let me finish. I don't want you to do anything that's going to hurt you or nothing like that. Because he was basically like, he ready to smoke, drink, and fuck. I was like, oh, okay, pastor. So she was like, well, you a whole pastor of a church. We can't do none of this. I don't want to be your downfall or whatever. He was like, trust me, I'm a grown man. If I do something, it don't have anything to do with you and stuff. And so she like, but I don't want to be responsible for that. He was like, I'm not going to hold nothing against you or whatever. Like, who cares what I do and stuff like that. She was like, well, you should care. If you fall backwards, that's going to be on me. And then you might resent me or regret me and stuff. And he was like, no. And I might finna regret you. I'm human. We could do human things together, like, let's get it popping. So she was like, no, I don't know. So then he pulls out his hotel card to his room. And he was like, well, this is my hotel room at such and such. Well, I don't even think he said the name. He was just like, this is my hotel room. Come on down there. You can stay. You got a room to yourself. You can come down there and stuff. Because at first she was like, I can't do that. He was like, no, just come down there. And, you got the room to yourself and all this other stuff. Clear your mind and yada, yada, yada. And he wanted her to hold him at night and all that stuff. She was like, we can't get that close. Because, she wanted about you about his ass, too. So she was just like, But he was like, look, here go the key card. Come on down there. I'm going to be waiting for you. Trust it's going to be all right. So she was just like, all right. He was like, I'm going to be waiting for you at the door, girl. So at any rate, why Bree trying to ear hustle all late? I said she had the tail end of the conversation, girl. As soon as they went in the room, you should have had your ear to the door. But she all trying to ear hustle late. They open up the door. My contact lens. Andy like, yeah, girl, still in your eyes. Such your instinct. So they come out. He leaves. They say goodbye. They telling her like, girl, he is fine. You better jump on him. I see why. You know what was going on and stuff. And so, she said something. I forgot what she said. But Andy was basically like, she going to take care of Bree. She going to be all right. And yada, yada, yada. Andy was talking about Prince or Paris. Some dude at the law office that she wanted to holler at. But she said, we're going to take care of everything else first. And then Karen was like, well, I'm going to go down there to the salon to help him out or whatever. And she was saying, they was like, well, why you gonna come? You gonna help her out early in the morning like this or something like that? And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna get, I was like, she finna go to that hotel room. But she was just like, y'all, I don't need y'all help. I don't need y'all help. So she go get clean. And the girls, they drinking and stuff. And the next thing they hear somebody knocking at the door. So it's the lawyer Hayden. I was like, well, how he get Bree address? I ain't looking into it too much. But he at the door. Karen, I guess, I don't know if she showered or what, child, but she got dressed, she left out, and Bree walked her out to the door. So Hayden is like, look, what's going on with you? Fatima gave me your information and stuff. What's going on with you? And she was like, well, what do you know? And he was like, I don't know much and stuff. So she offered him some wine. And he got the wine and stuff. He like, well, let me know, start from the beginning and stuff. So she was just like, look, it all started with this man named Gary. He was married, but I was still sleeping with him because, that thing was good. That ain't what she said. But she did say it all started with this guy named Gary. But then we see Danny. She at home at her apartment with Zach. So she opened up the door, child. Preston got rose petals all on the floor. He done cooked dinner. He looking all scrumptious over there in his little flannel. And Danny like, oh my God, Zach, you got to go. He was like, I need a shower and stuff. I don't give about you. Read the room, my friend. Like, no. He like, come on, I got stabbed and stuff. Well, I gotta go to this meeting. You and me go to this meeting with blood on me and stuff. She was like, I don't care. Go. So he like, So then Preston's like, Danny, come on, let him go and take care of his business and stuff. So he go in there and take a shower. He trying to eat. Danny like, look, you take your shower, get dressed and bounce and stuff. So they in there, he went in the bathroom and stuff. Preston and Danny out there talking, and she was like, okay, this is all nice and everything, but how you get in here? And he was like, oh, your landlord, she just let me on in. She was like, oh, she just let you on in. Oh, okay, I'm gonna cuss her ass out. He was like, no, Danny, she old. She was like, I don't give two kids. You could have been trying to kill me or something, which is true. I was like, damn, landlord, you ain't know this name. But then again, if the landlord, she probably knew who Preston was. She probably was listening at the door. Anyway, she gonna tell Preston like everything is all nice and everything like that. However, this is just too much. You going too fast and stuff. You need to slow down. I said, oh God, here she come with this bull. And Preston said it too, because he was like, look, Danny, what's going on? Like you giving me mixed signals again. Like, one minute you told me you was trying to handcuff me to the bed and keep me here. Next you telling me I'm moving too fast and I need to slow down. Look here, woman. We need to play things the way I want to play things, or we just not doing things. And she was just like, wait, what? And it looked like she was smiling a little bit, like it turned her on. But then she was like, what? He was like, look, because your way got too many rules. Like, let us flow. Like, let's do this the way you know I want to do it. And I'm with Preston. Like, who can dictate how fast is too fast or how slow is too slow or whatever like that? I mean, if you meet somebody in a day and you pregnant the next weekend, I mean, that's a little fast. But if he want to cook you dinner and do some rose petals, I mean, y'all already had sex. So, like, let him wow you and make you feel like a queen and all this other stuff. Like, Danny, come on now. So, he, at first she tried to argue, but then he was like, now what? And she was like, you right, because I don't even got know when he come back. Ain't nothing for me to say. So, he was like, good. Now, can we eat? So, then they sit down, they eat. Karen really did go to the salon. And then I was trying to figure out if it was daytime, because in another scene, it looked like it was nighttime. Like, Fatima, we're going to get to that. But I was like, is it daytime? Because they said early in the morning. So, then I'm like, what is going on here? Because it looked like the sun was about to rise and all this other stuff, and Pam was still sitting in there, but it wasn't nobody else there. So Karen, she going there to the salon, Pam being nosy and stuff, like, girl, what happened? I heard about what happened, girl. So, and Karen like, what? Why you asking me on this phone? Yeah, your mama took the body out, what? She was like, so if you already know what's going on, why you asking me? And she was like, girl, I know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, And she was like, look, you got, is it been busy? Is we got a lot on the books today? She was like, no, it's been slow. And she was like, okay, yeah. But I'm ready for a change. And she was like, oh, you about to change that wig, girl? She was like, I said, oh, why she try to play? She said she wear that wig for 2 days. She said she wear that wig for 2 damn seasons. She didn't switch that shit up. I was like, oh no. I was cracking up. But then she was like, well, did you pick up that dress from the dry cleaners for me and stuff? And she was like, yeah, girl, it's in the bag. And then she was like, all right, now I got these shoes. And then she started doing her head. And so I guess she put the key card down or something. And I'm like, why wasn't the key card in your wallet? But whatever. The key card got laid down. She was like, oh, I see that key card and stuff. You going on a date with Zach? I was like, why she so nosy? Like, Karen, like, girl, you in my business. Don't do that. Don't do that. So she was just looking like, yeah, if that's what you think. That's what you think. I'm not finna tell you what's going on so it could be all around the salon and stuff. She was like, I already know what you're doing. I already know what you're doing. And so Karen goes to the back. Here go Pam ass. It must be nice. You shoot somebody one day and you go out the next day. Must be nice. I said, what? Pam, sit your ass down somewhere. We see Danny and Preston. They on the couch. They just finished eating and stuff. Danny trying to figure out why the hell Zach's still in there showering, child. Because they ate a whole meal. His ass still... I'd have been mad too. Like... rinse, put the soap on real quick, rinse, and get up out of here. We about to bow chicky wow, okay? But anyway, and she got like a little efficiency, so, child. At any rate, they sitting there, they talking and stuff, and I guess she was calling Zach a nigga or something, because they kept bleeping it out. And then Preston was like, don't use that word because, that's uncomfortable. He was like, his parents use that word. And he said, she was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, that ain't no secret. Like, my parents is a racist. My brother and the people they work with, they were all racist and stuff like that. But I don't, feel comfortable with that word or whatever. So she was like, oh, because then he was like, well, they would have a fit if they knew I was with you and stuff. So she was like, oh, so when you going to tell them? He was like, well, it's not worth it right now. And she was like, oh. it's not worth it or whatever. And I understood what he was saying. Like, y'all just started talking again. Y'all just started dating. So why he gonna bring in his family into this, if you know, this situation when you don't even know if it's going to continue to grow and stuff like that? Obviously, he don't care what his family think. That's why he dating you, and he don't believe in their what they believe in. And he said his sister don't believe in it. You know, his sister's not racist either. So because the sister was the one who was trying to was at the airport giving pushing Preston up there like, look, go ahead, talk to her. So he was just basically saying he don't know if it's gonna work out, so why he gonna tell his family or not? Because one minute Danny here and then next child we don't know. But at any rate, she was got all of her feelings and stuff, and he like, look, I ain't got time for that. You want to have some of this dessert? I was like, Preston is gathering her all together. And she was like, I mean, you keep cutting me off and stuff. We gonna have to discuss that. He was just like, all right, whatever. You want some of this apple pie? So then Zach finally come out. He all dressed and ready to go. He's trying to get a meal and stuff. And then Preston like, we're gonna help yourself. Danny like, don't touch that. That's my lunch for tomorrow. Get out of here. So Danny about to go attack him. Child, why he snatched a biscuit and run out the door? I said, oh, but you were stabbed. Okay. But Preston was like, you just couldn't wait. And she was like, what? Wait to get into that apple pie stuff? He was like, no, get into this cowboy. She was like, look, I keep trying to tell you it's not that fine. He was like, I might not be, but you couldn't wait to get up in this. And so she was like, boy, whatever. And so then he was like, well, you want some of that dessert over there or you want some of this? She was like, I mean, come on, just do your thing. I was cracking up. Then we see Andy. She is still, still in the kitchen area talking to I'm about to say the sheriff, talking to Hayden, and she then ran everything down to him and stuff, and he basically like, look, because she was like, you could lose anything and everything, and he was like, well, look, you need to confront your boss, you need to get the evidence that they may have or whatever, and confront him, let him know this is what it is, let him resign or get fired and stuff. And so she was like, all right. He was like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right, I'm telling you, it's gonna be all right. So then he leaves, Bree comes back in. And she was saying she was talking outside in the hallway, talking to Calvin and stuff. She was like, you was in the hallway the whole time. I said, girl, the apartment not that big. Y'all was just there. Oh, I hate when they say stupid lines. Like, you obviously saw her come from inside from the hallway. But whatever. She apologized to Bree again and said she was going to fix everything. And then she was asking Bree if she's stupid and stuff, because she said she feel like she's stupid. And then she got into this whole thing about how she tries to be nice to everybody. She don't try to be mean. She try to be professional at work and stuff. And how it's hard for the black woman out here to survive. I mean, they ain't lying. None of these was lies. They was telling. But I was just trying to figure out what that had to do with her getting in a relationship with Gary. All right. But at any rate, they talking. And then Bree was like, because Bree was reassuring her and stuff. She was like, girl, you're not stupid. I was like, she a little stupid. First of all, you was getting into a relationship with a married man. Like, girl, stop. But, anyway, Bree was trying to reassure her, girl, you're not stupid. You're the smartest woman I know and stuff. And then she was like, girl, I wouldn't change being black for the world. And I agree with her. It's hard, but I like being me. But at any rate, she was saying like she believes that this whole situation is reminding her of the dude from college, and Andy was saying she wouldn't put herself back in that position. And so Bree was like, no, I really think that they are setting him up. She thinks that Gary is innocent. I don't know. I mean, a lot going on, and it was making me think a little bit that some stuff seems like it's planted, but then some stuff seems like he knew what was going on, because he did ask her to transfer that money to what is that child named Andy? Not Andy. He did ask Andy to transfer that money into her account. So something is fishy about that. But I feel like the whole scene with the FBI agent, and he said they was married it was written on the paper 8 months, and he was like, no, it was 1 month. That was kind of a discrepancy, because 8 months and 1 month, that's unless it's somebody else or she was reading the wrong paperwork. I don't know, but something seemed a little fishy. But I don't think Gary is all that innocent. I believe he had a part to play in it. But Bree feels like because people going through this messy divorce and stuff, that he's telling the truth and they setting him up. So she basically trying to get the paperwork from Leslie. So she gonna call Fatima again. This is Andy. She calling Fatima again to get in touch with Leslie or whatever. So then we see Fatima on the phone with Andy. Fatima that ended up hitting goddamn Zach on his bike. I said, out of all the people, whatever. She apologizes. He said he fine and everything like that. He stumbled off. His bike all broke up and stuff. She get back in the car. She called Andy back. And then she was just like, all right, well, I'll have Leslie, reach out to you and yada, yada, yada. So Zach was going to the meeting for the prisoner thing. And Fatima happened to be going to that same meeting because I guess she's involved in it somehow. I guess, but she's not a lawyer. So I don't know what her involvement is in it. But I know she had the paperwork for Zach to sign up. Because the dude was like, oh, Fatima, give him the paperwork to sign up. And she was like, Zach was like, paperwork? Ain't nobody signing no paperwork and stuff. And he was like, yeah, this the one who hit me and stuff and yada, yada, yada. So at any rate, they sit down. It's like a real estate type thing. Like they flipping houses basically in the neighborhood, and they get commission off of the houses, and then the commission they get off the houses from flipping them, they get paid. They split the money and stuff like that. So the guy was telling them like it's gonna be, you're gonna have to put in some money or whatever. Zach asking questions like, well, what if you don't have no money? He was like, well, you could do sweat equity. He was like, what's sweat equity? He was like, it'll be 80 free hours of labor throughout the whole block because they want to buy up like 14 houses on the block. And he was like, you're gonna put in 80 hours of free labor, and then that equals to $28,000 or something like that. And Zach seemed like he was interested in it, especially the part when the man was like, we'll all make $170K each from this project. I was like, shit, where I sign up? Fuck, I signed up. But he was like, the program keeps 70 and then they keep 100. I was like, shit, that's still a lot of money. But at any rate, Zach seemed like he was interested, but he don't really want to go the extra mile. And he was like, well, what if you have a full-time job and how I'm going to put the 80 hours in and yada, yada, yada. He seemed like he don't really want to work, but he want the reward for it or whatever. So I don't know. Pam bored nosy ass because the meeting over with, she called Zach up asking Zach, do he need some money? Because she saw the hotel key that him and Karen was going to meet up at the hotel. She named the hotel. She named the room number. I said, now that's a whole lie. Because since when do hotels put room numbers on goddamn keys? Like, get the hell out of here. I don't even think the hotel put the room name on there. Do they even put the... No. I don't even... Maybe. Some of them do. Some of them do. But I'm like, the room number... Please. But anyway, she saw all this. She gave him all the information, talking about something. She sent wine and flowers there so it can be a bomb night and yada yada yada. I'm like, you so goddamn nosy. And then he's so fucking childish because Fatima came out there and asked him, did he need a ride? He wants to keep saying no, no, no. But then he finally said, yeah. But then he's talking about, I'm not going home. I'm going to the hotel. Can you drop me off there? I'm like, really? And then we see in the previews, he's talking about, I don't know she there with that dude and stuff. Like, if you already said she don't want you, then why? Just why? Like, what is the purpose? Like, he's just extra annoying. And then Karen, she arrives at the hotel. She looked real cute. She got on a new wig, girl. And she there. Aaron, he already popped open the wine. He ain't got no shirt on. He looking cute. And she basically like, I don't know if I could do that. I said, girl, come on now. She was like, she thought it was the key to her room. But he said her room was adjacent to his room and stuff like that. So she had to go through his room to go, whatever. But they talking and she like, I don't know if we should do this and stuff. And he like, look, I want you, you want me. They start tonguing down real passionate like and stuff. And the next thing, child, they bow chicky wow wow on that bed. And that's how it ended. I said, ooh, I hope Zach walk in while they, yes, I hope he walk in while they doing it. Oh, I'm excited. While they in bed together, y'all. I hope it. I do. But anyway, y'all let me know. I'm a little petty. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. If y'all like this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel, but you are watching this video, and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.